Sure.
A data scientist, insight manager, data analyst, and a community leader, currently driving data innovation and strategic insight at Growth Connect across Africa. He leads data-driven strategy, product intelligence, and community growth for Africa's next generation of entrepreneurs and industry disruptors. With over 6 years of cross-industry experience, he specializes in turning complex data sets into clear, actionable insights that improve performances, reduces inefficiencies, and drive sustainability growth. He has built predictive models in Python, developed real-time dashboards in Power BI, worked with big data technologies, and delivered analytics solutions that power smart and fast decisions. As the founder of SmartBiz Crooks Technologies, he has supported over 500 clients and mentored more than 1,000 aspiring professionals, helping teams design and implement scalable cloud-powered data systems with real business insights. His expertise spans programming, database management, data visualization, and cloud architecture. He is always grounded in clarity, precision, and business value. Before joining Growth Connect, he served as a community manager at Accurate Tech Hub and Evolution Camp, where he mentored thousands of aspiring tech professionals, creatives, and entrepreneurs. He helped build thriving innovation ecosystems focused on emerging technologies like AI, blockchain, and virtual reality. He is always rooted in inclusion, growth, and sustainability, whether in designing insight systems, leading workshops, or mentoring the next generation of data leaders. His mission remains the same, which is to turn data into a competitive edge and help people organize and solve real-world problems through analytics. Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome Mr. Amefile Chukwuemeka Timothy.
Clap your hands, people of God.
That was an introduction, right? Standing on existing protocol, I'd like to first start by appreciating Daddy. Thank you so much for the privilege to be back to Lagos to speak in the Arise conference. The first time I connected to Arise, that granted me access to the mentor I have today. That is the foundation of my career in AI. So I also want to appreciate him for this opportunity as well. And also, I want to thank Pastor Michael Yaga for this opportunity. Personally, I've been doing my thing, but to be here to talk about what is going on in business today, what's going on in technology, in artificial intelligence, and how we can embrace it as businesses, I'm excited to talk about it. So, my name is Amefile Chukwuemeka Timothy, and today we're going to talk about how can we embrace digital transformation. How do we embrace this? Yes, I'm speaking to businesses, but as a techist or as a creative, you have an interest to pursue a career in tech, or you're already into tech, right? This as well position you for impact. So let's get started. I hope my slide is up here. Now, before now, we used to ask the question, are you using technology? Before now, we used to be curious about which businesses was using tech and which businesses was not. But that's not the question of today. The question of today is, Are you truly integrating tech in every area of your business? The question today is digital technology just integrating tech into what we do, or is it a shift? And that's the thing about what is happening in today's business. Digital technology is not just digitalization, which is moving from paper to spreadsheets. It's not you just having a social media account where you put your product in the morning and you come back in the evening and you check your engagement. That's not just it. It's more than that. And today, with the little time I have, I hope I'll be able to emphasize on some things. I know the time is short, all right, but as much as we can take, we can just have it, all right? So let's start first by understanding what is digital transformation. Now, digital transformation is actually being able to strategically integrate technology in all areas of your business. Mark the word, strategically, all right? There have to be a strategy in how this technology is integrated. Now, think of it beyond just tech, which is technology. Of course, the basic meaning of technology is application of science. It means that whatever technology that we see today, there is science that has been converted to work. So the question is, beyond just that, what is digital tech transformation? First of all, digital transformation is rethinking your business model. Yes, I know that we all are in different stages of our businesses, and so I'll try to talk about those stages as I continue. But digital transformation first is rethinking your business model. Every business is built on a model. Some business model could be logistics, some business model could be eatery, right? That's a business model. A business model could be education. But rethinking that from the perspective of technology, that's one thing to look at as a transformation for digital technology. Second thing is your culture. What's culture? The way of life. Google and Microsoft are two giant companies that everybody's familiar with, right? Okay, just to confirm. Google and Microsoft is like two giant companies everybody's talking about. But the culture of Microsoft and the culture of Google is what makes them different. Though they have similar products, right? You have Excel, you have Google Sheets, you have Microsoft Meet, you have Google Meets. Microsoft Teams, and you have Google Meet. But your culture, being able to rethink your culture, how you move from, I sell this, to generating your revenue and managing your team. That's your culture. That's the way you operate. Rethinking these things from a digital perspective, from a technology perspective, it's what digital transformation is. I'm starting first to lay this foundation because it's very important to really understand what it means to transform digitally your business. Now let's get into the heart of the conversation. 70%, of course, I'm a data analyst, 70% of businesses, companies that are built on tech has failed. 70% of these businesses has failed. Now, is it because they didn't have access to technology? No. Two things. Being able to integrate technology in the right places in their business is why they failed. Secondly, being able to understand where this is solving in their business, the problem. So you integrate technology into your business, but it's not generating revenue, you're not growing your customers, you don't even know where your business is at what phase. So this is the foundation of my teaching today. What are the business phases and where in those phases can we integrate technology, AI, and all that? All right? Are we good? All right. So let's get started into my first slide. Actually, not my actual first slide, but then, because I've spoken about why this conversation matters. Let's talk about the phases of a business. So if you're looking at the slide, take us to business growth phase. All right? Now, every business that is succeeding, that will succeed, and currently have succeeded is on these four phases. The first phase is start and survive. The second phase is what? Do you want to read it out to me? What's the second phase? Okay, what's the third phase? And then what's the last phase? Thank you so much. Now, start and survive. What happens in this phase? Take it to the next slide. All right. Now, what happened in this phase? Very important. You are interested in turning your idea. Oh, I want to create a way whereby we can transport food from the kitchen or wherever you're desiring to eat it to your house. Right? They call it cloud kitchen, which is being able to create a platform where people can access food without having to go to the physical store. Very important. From idea to evaluating your idea is this phase. Another thing is being able to be sure that there is a market for it. All right? So let's sweep to the next slide. List of things to do to keep attention on this phase. Very important. You must be able to do these 6 things if your business is going to really shift, especially if you're in, I have an idea, or, oh, I've created an account, or I have this product or this service. What should you consider? The first thing is validating your idea. Do your market research. Understand the market first. Forget the technology. Forget the IT. First of all, focus on your idea. Be sure that. All right? And then launch first. Once you've done your idea validation, you want to launch. What does launching mean? Building an MVP. What does MVP mean? Your most valuable product. Meaning that solution you're thinking to create to solve a problem, build it. It's either a service or it's a product. All right? A product could be an app, it could be a website, it could be something physically that you're selling, but launch it. Put it out there because you evaluated the idea that the people can pay for it. All right? And then that will make you visible. Let's talk about the next phase, which is fourth thing. It says enable payments. All right? I mean, the problem we're having now in cross-continental transaction is payment. Have anybody noticed that? Payment is like one of the biggest things right now. You want to collect foreign currency from clients, you're stuck. You have to find a friend and know a friend that can transfer to a friend to convert to you. So your payment is very important, especially if you're building something that you want people to be able to pay for it fast. All right? And then trust. We talked about integrity from the previous speaker. Let people be able to trust what you're doing. Trust the kind of service you render, all right? And then start tracking your sales. Start tracking your customers. I like what I see in SMEs today, which is they keep a jotter and they write down what they're selling, and they write down the product and the price. That's good. That's a good place to start. Because you can't even integrate technology if you've not done these 6 things. If you're in the idea and what? All right. If you're in the first phase, you must do these 6 things. Now let's talk about the challenges that comes in this phase. Yes, there are challenges. 3 challenges I'll pick out of my list from your screen is little to no funding. Of course, nobody's going to fund you at this phase, except your loved ones or your loved ones. All right? So it's up to you to use a fund, a savings, something that you've earned to make up for it, right? But then, there is also being able to make decisions manually. All right, you're struggling with the decision. Sometimes you're even struggling with what's the next thing to do. Of course, these are your challenges. But let's move away from that. You have my slide, you can see it. Let's talk about the opportunities in this space. Very important, build without so much of coding, meaning have a social media platform, have a website where people can validate that idea. That's the first place you start with integrating tech in your business. All right? Let people be able to see it with an address, a web address, right? And then you can talk about starting to collect your transaction data. Because AI and technology is going to be built on the data you have. So if you don't have a data, how can we integrate technology or AI into your business? Right? Very important. Your data needs to start being collected. Let's talk about the tools you can use, the digital tools that you can use for your different functions in your business. Start with your digital presence. We've talked about that. Secondly, your payments. These are the tools on your screen. You can take a screenshot of it, do your research, understand if these tools work for you, right? And then we have your market and branding. Don't just, be the one to do these things. If you know someone that can create it, of course, reach out to them. It could be a friend. I need to brand my business. Very important to know this. Now, let's move away from this technology to talk about what are the AI tools you can integrate in this stage of your business, all right? So if you go to my next slide, there are quite some lists of AI tools across the sections of your business, right? Product description. Most of the times you want to describe your product in a way where your words does not compel your customers or your users. Just use an AI platform, all right? You have ChatGPT, you have WriteSonic. This product can rephrase your product description and sales content in a way where users can feel like, I like this product, right? And then we also have your customer support, meaning people will have problem with your product and your service. Create a way to interact with them, all right? We have platforms like Studo, we have platforms like Landbot. These are AI platforms that can help you with FAQ. You don't need to be the one to always be answering your customers. If you set that up, customers can literally just chat on that platform and an AI system is interacting with them. And you're in your space thinking of the next thing for your business. Does that make any sense? All right? Let's talk about the next, which is your branding message, right? What is the difference with somebody that is in a store selling provision and a supermarket? Branding, right? The supermarket has a brand. You in your store, you're making money. You are branding. So, what are the AI tools you can do to help yourself come to that level of branding? You have Grammarly, you have ChatGPT. It helps you with branding content. Tell ChatGPT, I want to brand my business from a content perspective to look like Coca-Cola. ChatGPT will give you something amazing. You give it to a designer, he brands it for you. You didn't pay much. A friend, maybe something little. All right? And then lastly, let's not forget your market research. All right? You always want to understand the market for that solution that you're providing. Is that good? All right, let's move away from that to talk about what systems do you put in place in this phase of time? All right, I'll sit up. What system should you put in place in this phase of ideation, just starting? Very important, your customer list. Make sure you have a list of all your customers. Somebody place an order, hello, I want to buy a dress, and you have it. Ask him for his name, collect his data, collect the price. All of those information is your list of customers. Because the goal is, get to the next slide, for you to understand what the goal is in this phase. You must achieve that goal so that you can move to the next thing, right? Which is, one, still talking about, take me back to the previous slide. Yeah, very good, all right? So, your budget sheet. What's a budget sheet? Keep a record of your finance, right? I was talking to an investor, I think that was last month, and the first thing he said is, he doesn't invest in any business he can't see your traction, your finance. In the first month you started, what did you make? The second month, what did you make? That's your balance sheet. They want to see it. So, if you're really going to move your business with the right tech, these things need to be considered. And those are like the system to put in place, all right? And then don't forget, have a way to take stock, right? The previous speaker said it, daily task board, being able to say, oh, this is what I need to do per day, and I do those things. Pastor Nnamdi was talking about, having a to-do list for all the things he needs to do as a business person. You need to have that task list for yourself, all right? Let's talk about the mind shift. Your mind needs to shift, right? Because remember, everything we do in business in the mind. Every single thing we're doing in business is a mind shift. What are you shifting your mind from? Very, very important. You're shifting your mind that you need to ensure that you've tasted the market. If you've tasted the market and the market is not big enough for that thing, do it for a short period of time, make the money, move. right? Because you stay there and you just keep struggling. You're struggling. Even with the right technology, you're struggling. Because that's not the market. Test your market, all right? And then don't forget, try to do things yourself. DIY, do it yourself. Use ChatGPT, use Canva. There's a lot of free videos, free resources to learn these things in 3 to 4 hours. And you can have access to your own business structure, all right? And then don't forget, validation is growth. Stop worrying yourself on, oh, I'm going to grow this business. Can people validate that idea that it's payable? They can pay for it. Once you've been able to do these things, let's talk about your metrics. How do you move to the next phase? Go to the next slide. I have that list. All right. These are the things to check. One, in this phase, you have about 5 to 50 customers, and you have the data of those customers. Now you're ready for the next phase. Now your business is serious, right? Now you're serious about technology and its integration in your business, all right? You have contact of your customers, and as well, you've been able to set a means of payment. MoneyPoint is faster, OPay is faster. Set it up, or have both. Customers should not stand waiting for you to do transactions, right? Do all of those payment structure. Makes you ready to move to the next phase and the right technology for your business, all right? And as well, make sure that you're offering something that is real. People can pay for it. Some people just have product, nobody can pay for them. And they have a good branding, nobody's paying for it. It just doesn't work. All right, let's go to the next phase, all right? What's the next phase? You say? Now, 5 things. Just keep these 5 things in mind, okay? Keep these 5 things in mind. The first thing is structure your business. What does it mean to structure your business? Your operations, very important. Your process, very important. And lastly, your what? SOP, standard of operation. How do you onboard new team into your business? How do you acquire a customer? How do you sell? All these things should be in your standard of operation in this phase, because you've made your 50 customers, you have a record of your finance, right? You have a payment platform set up. Now you're ready to grow. You're ready to use the right technology that can grow that business. You're ready to use the right AI tool that can grow that business. Very important, have a central information, all right? Have a way where all the data is coming to one place. Database. That's another technology, all right? Customer data, social media data, sales data, feedback data, let them come to a place. Have it all in one place. And also, automate repetitive tasks. You don't have to be the one posting all the time on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Just find someone else. Of course, you've made some money in that business, right? So you can pay someone to manage your social media because you're ready to grow. Those tasks that make you stay in one place, struggling, and time is going to move your business to the next phase, just find someone to do that work for you. That's what it means to make your repetitive tasks automated, all right? Track and measure. What does it mean to track and measure? Have a way to report to yourself and others to report to you what is going on. Create a system, a dashboard report, data visualization. Let it be a system that you wake up, you look at your phone, you see this is what's happening in my business. Monday report, Tuesday report, Wednesday, because you've structured your data and you've created a system that can manage your report. All right? And then don't forget, buy customer loyalty. Let them love to come back. Let them love to recommend your product. Trust, remember, it's not the technology, it's your business main focus is my model, my process, my model, my process. This technology will come in when you've gotten these things right. All right? So whether you're just starting a business, you're already in a business, technology is not the first thing. All right? You will embrace it after these things are well placed. Let's talk about the opportunities. My time is almost up. Let's talk about opportunities. Very important. Stop thinking I'm the founder of this business. No. Think of process. How can I track my process? All right. You build your business around somebody. If that person leaves, what happened? That's it. So build it around process. On Mondays, what are you doing? On Wednesdays, what are you doing? On Fridays, what are you doing? How are you moving product from one place to the other? Leave your founder mindset. I'm the CEO. Forget that. Forget it. At this phase, focus on your process. All right? Very important. You have the opportunity to use data and automation. All right? You have the ability to also, build loyalty around your customers, and as well, integrate simple AI tools. Let's talk about those tools. Let's talk about the tools. All right? Here are some tools that you can integrate at this phase of your business. CRM, customer relationship management. Being able to track your customer. You need to look at these tools. These tools are, these days, even tools like this have AI embedded in them. So you don't even need to use a direct AI platform. You could just use these tools and leverage on it to manage your customer and their relationship, all right? Your reporting and your dashboard, of course, we have Google platforms, Power BI, Looker, and a number of them. I just don't want to talk about tools, okay? And then we have automation. How can you automate your repetitive task? Very important, all right? I know a lot of business struggle. I've built a community of business. I'm currently managing over 700,000 businesses in Africa. We've seen this every day. We talk to them every day. They're struggling with repetitive process. 24 hours is not enough because you're stuck in a repetitive task, all right? Find a way to automate those tasks. And then email marketing, especially when you're building beyond your shop, all right? You have customers online that are digital. Find a way to integrate a way to send emails. It kind of builds confidence in them to your product. They always come back because emails will keep prompting them, all right? And then don't forget your team. Have a good team management. Even though your team is just 3 sales ladies, make sure that the team is good. They know what you're doing. They know what the business is about. And don't forget feedbacks. Talk to your customers. Ask them what's going on in your business. That data, collect it. Keep it in one place. Is that good? All right. Let's move away from that to talk about what are the AI tools that you can integrate in this phase. Let's talk about the AI tools. When it comes to customer segmentation, you can check out platforms like Mailchimp. I don't want to talk about tools like I said, but you have it on my screen. The goal is look at the function, look at the benefits. The second table on my screen is just to help you know the tools you need to integrate those processes. All right? And then talk about your ability to manage your lead, score your lead, and feedbacks and all that. Let's move away from the AI to talk about the system. What are the systems you should put in place in this phase? Very important, your sales pipeline. Someone heard about your product, so the person bought that product. Track that pipeline. For somebody to buy a product from you, it's not easy. There's competition. How did they come? Where did they come? Why did they come? Track it. All right? Being able to track that. All right? The customer database have that data, so you can follow them up. All right? And then your finance, track it. Nobody's going to invest in a business that doesn't have a finance record. Trust me. All right? And then have a way to manage your marketing. Have a calendar for your marketing. All right? I talk to my social media. I talk to my marketers. That's just the idea. Have people that can do these things for you if you're not good in them. Or talk to an AI tool that can talk to you or tell you what to do, but still talk to somebody that has an experience in that thing. All right? So that way you're able to blend this phase of your business. Let's move away from that to talk about what kind of mind should you shift to in this phase. Your mind shift. Very important. Systems should be doing your repeated task. Systems. If humans are still doing those tasks for you, that's okay. But the humans should be able to know how to use systems. So you don't have to employ 5 people to do that task. I'm sorry, someone might not be employed, but one person can use a tool to do those 5 tasks. Serious. All right? Because tools are beginning to take over the job market. AI in tools are beginning to take over jobs. So you have to be a business person that sees this, harness it. All right? Growth is about working smart with data and structure. That's how you grow in this phase. Data and structure. Because with your data, you can see what happened on Monday and see all the Mondays in the first quarter and say, oh, on Mondays, I used to have 2 rich men billionaires come to my business? Because you've seen the data on Mondays. On Wednesdays, I have students visiting my store because you've seen that data. If you don't see the data of Mondays, how will you be able to know who is coming on Wednesdays and Fridays? That's it. That's why you need to have that data tracked and recorded. Let's move away from the mind shift to talk about how do you know you are ready to move from this phase. Those are the lists on my screen. You now have a clear CRM or a way to track your customers. You have it at this point, all right? You also have a workflow. You know how your sales move. You know how your customer is being onboarded, all right? You know how your bills are being settled, how you pay your employees, how you pay for data, how you cover expenses, pay for some workspaces, subscriptions. You know how that billing system works. You're sorted, all right? And also, you have a dashboard that can give you a report of all these things. I'm currently working for a church to help them create a database management system for all the data in the church. And it's a lot because the pastor needs to have a way to report his activity to the general overseer of his church. So you should be able to have a way to report your own business, where you're making money from. Understand? All right. So at this phase, these are the success to tick. Let's talk about the fourth phase. Oh, the third phase, my time. All right. So in the third phase, what do you have? You say? Okay. All right. So at this point, you can optimize. At this point, you can differentiate. Remember the goal here. The goal is for you to complete and refine your operation. This is where AI can come in strongly. Because at this point, you've checked phase 1, you've checked phase 2, and now you're about to check phase 3. Okay, so let's talk about it. The first thing is your operation needs to be optimized. Any inefficiency, work on it. All right? Customers buy today and they complain, work on it. Staffs are leaving, work on it. You're not increasing in your sales, work on it. So those your inefficiencies where you now start being worried about. Why are we not growing? How can we manage this? Because at this phase, you're good, all right? And then personalization. How can you serve a product that meets student market? Your target audience now becomes personalized marketing. The young people, how do you serve them? The elderly, how do you serve them? The aged, how do you serve them? Babies, how do you serve them? How do you catch feeding mothers? These things are your personalization at scale. You need to personalize your service, all right? And then talk about automate intelligently, all right? Use AI boards, AI systems. I have a list of AI tools you can use, so get to the slide, all right? Use AI tools, AI systems to automate these things. You've tried. You are in the third phase right now. So let automation lead. That's why, okay, Microsoft, okay, was it Microsoft? Yes. Microsoft fired 7,000 employees. I was so surprised when I saw the news the day for yesterday. I was like, how? And I did my research. What happened? They were customer representative. Hello, thank you for using Microsoft. Microsoft. Why? Because automation is taking over. AI systems, AI bot is doing automation for customer feedbacks and conversation with customers. Even customers don't even care if it's AI, as long as they get answers to that product. So why are you worried about using an AI tool in your business? All right? Have that shift. Have that shift. Very important. Let's move away to talk about what is the fourth thing in this phase. The fourth thing in this phase is deeper customer insight. Why will customer buy your product over your competitors? Think about that. Deeper customer insight. Let the data that you have give you insight into your customers. Have prospects, have faces. This is, I don't want to say, okay, let's just say, how much is your customer earning? Use their earning strength to plan your marketing. All right? So that you don't sell to someone that cannot pay for your product. All right? You waste that marketing. That ad, you've wasted it. So at this phase, have deeper customer insight, all right? And let innovation continue, all right? Don't let, because you are at this phase, you have technology integrated, you rest. Look at Nike. Look at Coca-Cola. They are still doing adverts, right? Because they keep innovating. And you, God bless us. Let's go to the next thing, right? Which is, what are the opportunities? What are the challenges? I know I'm not talking about the challenges, but you should check out your challenges, all right? You can take a screenshot of the slide so that you don't miss it, all right? But then, let's talk about the opportunity. The opportunities you have here is you have data. So use your data to identify the pattern in your sales. Use the data to identify the trend in your sales. There's some things you cannot see by ear and by eyes. Only data can give you that. That's why they say data is king. AI is built on the data it's feeding from us, the users. So, why should you, as a business person, not keep record of your data? All right? So, let data be the foundation of your decision. Integrate a way to predict sales in the next quarter using AI. All right? We have some models, machine learning models, deep learning models. I'm not going to talk about those technical stuff. I'm not here for that. But then, think of prediction. How can I predict the next sales? How can I predict the next big sales on a market level and on a user level? I know those are two different things. You should be able to think that way as a business person. Except you're not ready to do business. You're not ready to do business, go and learn graphic design. I work for businesses. If you're ready to do business, these phases, you can't run away from it. Else, you can't be global. This is how technology is evolving big companies today. All right? Let's move away from that. There's a list. You can take a screenshot of that list. Let's talk about what are the tools that you can integrate in this phase. I have a list. You can take a screenshot. But then, business intelligence, very important. Business intelligence, very important. Think of how to build that system. Of course, those tools are something I do for businesses. But then, the business needs to understand that they need it. A lot of business don't think they need it. And they are at this phase. They will crash. They will crash. Competition will be better than you because you didn't do this thing, all right? And then we have customer analytics. Understand your customer, understand your users, analyze that data. Let AI. Do you know something? I was working for a petrol station. I had a project with the petrol station. It was a lot of data, actually. And I was working with a colleague of mine because she was the one that recommended me for that project. And the business owner, hope he's not watching this video, the business owner thought I worked so much on that data. Of course I did. I actually did. I make sure that I understood the data and I know my analytics. But you know what I did at the ending of the project? I took the whole data I've prepared, cleaned, processed, transformed, and I put it on Grok, right? The one that is built by Elon Musk. And I asked it a very dangerous prompt, and it gave me all the insight I was struggling with for days. And I put it in a slide, of course, an AI created my slide, and I sent it to the man. He's owing me today. But the truth is, I was able to understand that at this phase, you need to have a way to have customer analytics. AI can do that for you. A data professional can do that for you, all right? So keep in mind these things. Of course, robotics, all right? Automation. If you go to any workshop or, what's the name of this thing called? The inventories, yeah. The warehouse where Microsoft keeps, where, what's this company? Amazon, yeah, thank you to myself. Where Amazon keep all the products that they stock before they use drones and all different platforms to deliver. They have robots in those places. They fired people, and they have automation there. So if you're in the area of, products moving, at this phase, start thinking of automation, robotics, all right? There's a lot of robotics company in Nigeria. You can reach out to them, tell them what you're doing. They'll be interested. A lot of tech companies are interested in working with businesses. But these businesses are not ready to pay or agree. Understand? All right, let's move away from that. I have my list. Let's talk about what are the AI tools that you can integrate in this platform. Of course, customer prediction, fraud detection. You have employees that is moving your money. There you go. Fraud detection. How can you detect that? That's why developed countries have systems that you can't move money from. You can't do anyhow. Systems, AI processes are integrated in all of all these things. And I believe we can do these things. We have people that can do these things. We just have not identified or figured them out yet. We just haven't. All right? And then you have your personalization recommendation. All right? Being able to recommend the product for your customers without your customers being, customers are struggling with products when they come online. How many of you have had that feeling? You're on Amazon and you're like, do I buy this? Yo. And you're like, oh no. Because at that point, you just stuck with so many things. But if there was a way to recommend the product for you, what happens? You leave that platform faster, you buy that product, and you move. So at this phase, think of these things, all right? So let's move away from that to talk about what are the structure that you can put in this phase. Customer journey map. Know the way to move customer from, all right? Have a way to map your customers, have a way to create a way of systems, a report system, and all that. Let's talk about the last phase, and then we'll round up. In the last phase, you've moved from building from your house to Nigeria. You've moved from building from Nigeria to Africa. You're moving from Africa to the world. These are the things to pay attention to. I can't say it because my time is up, so I'll just round up with the next slide I have. Let's take me to the round up slide where I have call to action. What should you do after this conversation, after the arise? What should you do? Let's talk about the call to action. Yeah, take me to the next slide to call to action. All right, so in my call to action, I splitted the call to action to 3 categories of people. The first is, if you're a business owner, start where you are, all right? But learn how to use WhatsApp. Now, there's something I used to do before. I call it WhatsApp bombing. I go to another WhatsApp group. I extract all the phone numbers in that WhatsApp group using an AI tool, and I come to a platform for WhatsApp bombing, and I send all of them a content. Guess what? 1,000 people, 50 people reach out to me, and they are interested in my course just because I was able to do that. So WhatsApp is beyond just, hello, how you doing? Hope you're good. It can be used for businesses. You just don't know how to do it yet. All right? So do your research. All right? Also, focus on your customers, on your payment, and focus on scaling. Let's talk about the next kind of persons in this conference. All right? If you are a executive, you're a business leader, so you should look out for this. All right? Make sure that your team is thinking data. Nothing goes without being recorded. Nothing goes without being tracked. All right? Also pay attention to the softwares. Build capacity, digital capacity for your business. And then don't forget, automation, yes. Manual first. Know all your manuals and then automate on it. And then for the last set of persons I intend to address in this conference is you, the techists. You that have the skills. What should you do? Stop doing too much of technical things. Find real problems and partner with businesses solving real problems. Work for them for a month, for 2 weeks. Volunteer your skills. If you do well, they'll pay you for it. They'll start paying you for it. But if you don't do well, they'll find somebody else that can do it. So as a techist, don't just be in your shell doing design, programming. Find real businesses, find a real problem. Also, be very intelligent about what you do, right? Be strategic, and don't forget, digital technology is not just, being able to just do this things. Lastly, investors. I know there are a lot of investors in the house, so I want to talk to you. Very important, fund more than disruption. What does that mean? It means think of the businesses that has impact and depth and fund them, all right? If the impact is there, if the depth is there, there is opportunity. And then lastly, support platforms and ecosystem that is built on long-term digital technology. Thank you.
Clap your hands, people of God. Watchman young God, arise to access.
Watchman young adults.
Okay, so quickly, without wasting much of our time, I need, you say I like 10 people. I need 10 people quickly.
Let me help you.
Okay, help me.
We're talking about access. I want you to imagine and just get into that space in your mind where you have access to the sum of 1 million naira. What would you do with it? In 1 minute, we want 10 people to come and state what they would do with 1 million naira. Imagine that you have access right now to 1 million naira. What would you do?
1 million naira. 1 minute. You have access to that now. Imagine that. Now we just need you to tell us what you will do with it. So, who is number 1? Yes, come. Number 2. Just face the crowd, face the crowd. Number 2. Number 3. 5. 6.
These young men are not even smiling at all.
8. Wait. Miss Joy, please help me count. Just wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. The rest of us, we can go back. Okay. There's no time. 1 million naira, 1 minute. Tell us what you're going to do. Bob Josh, please. Hold on. Timer, please, help me. 1 minute. Are you ready? You have 1 minute. Do with it as you please. Please, this is serious. We are serious. Are we live? We're recorded. Please, we are serious. 1 million naira in 1 minute. What will you do with it? Your time starts now. Thank you. You can go next. One minute, we start.
When I get the 1 million naira, I intend collaborating partnership with event planner in order for the expansion of the business. And the business, we are going to have a shop, in the morning we are going to have other tools to make and the dividends.
Thank you. Next.
About 4 months now, I have been working with phone accessories, and over this time, I've been able to gather some information. By the way, I'm a computer science, also into data analysis. My mentor, the nurse, is working now. So if I have that money, what I'm going to do is, because I have seen that many people looking for phone accessories, earphone, and all those things. But now I have a market that are looking for something cheap, something not so expensive. So what I will do is look for ways to collaborate with those that can get those things imported to me, while I create a social presence that I
Thank
can
you.
use to market those. Thank you. My name is Obaro Ojema.
Next.
As the president of the Global Reformers Union, non-profit organization that is centered on youth development, with 1 million naira, I will work towards achieving our year's programs, which is centered at developing UNN as a university, there's now we work towards improving young mind because we believe that young people are the future of tomorrow. And if we can organize our programs, our yearly programs, be able to develop the student community. So with 1 million naira, we will execute our writing contest and our yearly leadership conference. We will direct halls with 1 million naira. We will invite speakers, just like what we have here, to develop UNN as a student community. Thank you.
Next. Next.
Hello everyone. My name is Joseph. I'm not too young to hold 1 million. I'm not too young to make a difference.
Silence, please. Silence. Yes?
If I'm able to get the 1 million, I will venture into a school in tech, which by aim of entering into a school in tech to help my church. I'm not too young to enter into coding or to learn any skill in tech. Not for me alone, but for my family and for my church. Okay?
Next.
As a videographer, I'm rather invested in my years, 2 years now, and double of that money by the end of the
Next. Silence offset, please.
I have a contract of supplying a school laptop. I to supply them laptop, and I need that 1 million as the capital to supply those laptops to the school.
Thank you. Next. Please.
I already have a business model. What I need to do is to go to my suppliers and then give them my list. Supply, already have one by went down, things are going to get.
Thank you.
With 1 million naira, I'm a trader, right? I can just use that 1 million naira, I put it inside my fruit business, and then start a mini importation. Before you know it, I go into university, and then that's all. I mean, that's 500,000 naira. If I invest it into my fruit business, I'm going to.
Thank you. Watchman Young Adults.
Arise to access. Permit me. I don't know if you noticed, something was common among many of them. I told them to imagine that you have that access, somebody standing beside you or before you and saying, I have 1 million naira to give to you. And you made no introduction of, you said nothing about your name, who you are, you just, and then some people had the posture of, I already have 1 million naira, so why are you giving me 1 million naira? Did you observe that? Except I was not, So please, I'll just hand it over to you.
I also noticed that the vast majority of the people seated here are wishing they were on stage to say something. But either you were not quick enough to move, or you were second guessing yourself. Should I go? Should I not go? Should I go? Should I not go? And you just missed it. Rapture has happened. Watchman Young Adults. So right now, we'll be moving on to the next thing. The 10 people has been noted, our board has listened, and those information has been taken. If you will be reached out to, you'll be reached out to. Praise the Lord. So, on to the next speaker, and the last speaker for today, Mr. Chinonso Iwundu. Please, media, help us with the profile.
You can do better, please.
Sure.
Media, we're waiting.
Chinonso Iwundu. Chinonso Iwundu is a highly accomplished cybersecurity expert with over 5 years of experience in the red team attack simulations, penetration testing, and vulnerability assessment. Chinonso currently serves as a senior security consultant at Ernst & Young, where he advises top-tier clients across various industries on enhancing their cybersecurity posture and compliance frameworks. His impressive career spans key roles in major organizations, including Zenith Bank, where he led the penetration testing team that secured the bank's core banking applications and played a key role in the bank's migration to the cloud. Chinonso is not just a technical professional, he is also a thought leader and a collaborative partner with a proven track record in guiding teams, managing stakeholder expectations, and implementing high-impact security strategies. He holds certifications including the ECPPTV2, the CRTP, and the CARTP, and is an associate member of the Cybersecurity Experts Association of Nigeria. With deep expertise in application and network security, a passion for offensive security engineering, and a strong commitment to knowledge sharing, Chinonso is here to engage, educate, and inspire you on how to successfully navigate the field of cybersecurity. Please make welcome Chinonso Iwundu.
Don't stop clapping, don't stop clapping.
I'll need this slide. ITT, of media. Help me with this slide. Well, why they are doing that, said all about me. So basically, I'm here to do something that I find interesting, something that I've been doing for some time now. I didn't have the best of backgrounds, standing here, so today, but today I can say I'm doing very, very well. I'm actually very young, but I've gotten to the top of my peak of my career, basically. So I want you guys to listen to me. Just short time, I'll finish. The aim is to focus on people that want to enter cybersecurity, people that are doing IT today, people that they feel they know IT. They ask everybody and they say they know IT. But the truth is, what you know today is actually very old. I mean old. Nigeria is the third world, so 4 things get to Nigeria. It have been used in the first world countries, second, and then get to us. So what you know today is outdated. So please forget what you know. Thank you. So, media, I'm waiting for you. I'll be showing us the different domains in cybersecurity. At the end of the class, I'll reach out to people. I want people, at least 10 people, at most 10 people, that are not just interested in learning, people that are ready to invest time and energy. I would assist them with resources. Of course, they're not free, they are paid. So I don't want you to come and waste my time. I'm actually very busy. So I want at most 10 people that will be serious. In the next 1 year, I would handhold them. And I can tell you for free, if you can learn, you get jobs. As I'm here with you, there's a company begging me to join them. And I'm not talking about small money. Yeah, so please, I don't want people that waste my time. Am I understood? Okay, that's fine. So, for cybersecurity, they have 5 core domains. I wish media can assist us with 5 core domains. For starters, while we wait for them, I'm not here to show you Yahoo because I'm not a Yahoo person. I'm not one of them. Even though I have a skill that they don't have, which most of them don't have. They use a lot of what I know to make money. Yeah. So if you have interest in doing fraud, please don't come to me. I will find out. Yeah, don't come meet me. I want people that are genuine, that are ready to learn. I started, I had nothing. I had no laptop. So, but I started, and God helped me. And today I am doing, like I said, reasonable. So for the domains, they have 5. The first one is offensive security. I wish this shown. Okay, they have 5 domains of cyber security. 5. The first one is offensive. It's like a football match where you have the attackers, the midfielders, the defenders, and the coaching staff. So I will see cyber security from that aspect. Offensive security is more of, like they said, attack, where the job is to get into any system. That's what I do. You call me, I can get access to your device while you are there. I can. I'm not bluffing, actually. I know when I was one time working for one company, I told my boss, I can get access to your laptop without touching it. He thought I was bluffing. And yes, I changed his password, he couldn't log in again. I didn't touch it. And he was looking at me like a thief. And I'm like, no, I'm not a thief, I'm just showing you what I can do. I got a job by telling them that I saw a bug on your site, and I could hack your site from my phone, not even my laptop, and that gave me the job. So that's what I do, get into systems, anyhow, anything, do anything you can think of. IoTs, camera, anything you can think of. Yeah, that's offensive security. There is defensive security. What's that supposed to do? It's defensive, right? So what they do is basically they use tools that people like me also build. So they called me a senior cybersecurity consultant. That's a fancy word. I'm just a senior hacker. That's a fancy word. I'm a senior hacker. So me being a hacker, so it means that I can do a lot of things. What it means is what the IT guys know, I know all of them. Yes. For me to hack a website, it means I can build a website too. Yeah, I can build it. So for me to hack a database, I can build a database from scratch. For me to hack your device, your phone, means I can do that too. So the hacker guy knows how to, a good hacker that falls under offensive security, knows how to build tools that the guys in defensive security use. What the tool does is simple. In big companies nowadays, they have same solutions. So they don't want to be looking at manual things like our brother said. AI now is working. Even though AI doesn't replace human beings, we teach AI how to work. When I worked in the bank, we had a lot of tools that we spent a lot of money on. In billions, plenty of money. But those tools, one time I came in, I tested the tool. They couldn't find what I was doing. The tools, none of them found what I was doing, and they felt disappointed. Spent a lot of money, I couldn't find what I was doing. So why? The reason was because AI is not smart. It's just someone that built an intelligent system, but it's not really, smart. So we, the attackers, build things that people use to defend. It's supposed to be automated. When someone that's a newbie that is learning hacking tries to do something, the system is going to alert, hey, that guy is trying to hack you. That's the idea of defensive security. There's nothing fancy more than that. Then security engineering is also a form of defensive security. But what they do is they try to build defense. Let's say, I will give an example. You have a computer lined up here, right? And there's money in it. People want to attack it. The security engineer builds what they call firewall, like something to stop people from getting access to it. That's what they do. My guys also know how to do that. People like us, we know, Yeah. I need to see this slide. So aside, they have mentioned 3 domains now. The 4th domain is digital forensics. So for digital forensics, that is after an attack has happened, they want us to know what happened. Early this year, a bank in Nigeria was robbed, not where I worked, a different bank. They lost a lot of money was stolen. So we are called to see who stole the money, how, tell the story, So I and my team went there, spent time teaching the defensive team of the bank how to use the tool that they are using. And at the end of the day, I found out someone was in the system, and at the end of the day, we sent, I'm not trying to say bad things, we sent someone to prison because of a young man that was trying to be funny. So digital forensic is also part of cybersecurity. It's supposed to happen after attack. So that tells you too that if you are doing bad thing on your phone and you delete it, you are wasting your time. If I get your phone, I will find out you deleted. Even if how long you deleted it, don't worry, I will find it. That's the truth. That's the truth, actually. So no point deleting your things when you are committing a crime. Just burn it or something. So then the last part is governance. I don't find this interesting, honestly, because I'm a technical person. But that is people that like to do laws, you know. Because of how the world is connected, there are laws governing even us, telling us what not to do. That you know how to hack doesn't mean you can hack any company. If you do that, they will call me to come and catch you. You get it? And you go to prison. So let's talk about, I'll be showing you now how to fail in the field, because so many people today want to get into the field. On LinkedIn, people reach out to me telling me, how am I supposed to enter? What am I supposed to do? Or they are there already and they're not making impact. They're not, climbing. I can tell you for free that I have failed before. So I won't say I've, succeeded. I failed at some point. But then, I found my way. God helped me to find my way. That's the best way to put it. Please move on to the next slide. No, not this. Yes. So they have reasons why people fail. And this is not for only cybersecurity, anything related to IT now. People in tech that build things also have to listen, because the way the world is moving, you know how to build doesn't mean you get a good job. You get a good job if you build secure systems. Big companies now, even if you're the best developer, when they want to employ you, they tell you to write your stuff, and then they run it against a scanner to find a lot of bugs, and they'll say, this one, if you come, we'll lose money. So with all your skill, they'll just push you one side. You'll be saying, why is they working against me? It's because you don't know how to build secure systems. So you're a tech guy, listen to me so you can learn. So people fail for starters because of impatience. So I don't want to spend too much time on this, but people want to succeed fast. And I've seen that a lot of people, trying to just doing things, pushing, and you've learned one thing, how to run one script, and the next you've gone on LinkedIn saying, I designed this and I designed that. But we know, I will see your project, I know you've not done much. And you end up burning out. The field is big. You have to take your time to build momentum, learn. I started in 2016. I didn't get a solid job until 2021. So that period of time, I failed. But while I was failing, I spent time building momentum. People today don't know that you have your phone, you're just distracting you. People like me, when I started, back then, we were told to hack from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Computers, 5 per day, compulsory. You must find your way into the system. 5. It was not an easy thing. I got an opportunity, and they wanted one person. Out of 20 people, around 20, I came out as the only person. I came out, actually. It was not easy, I won't lie to you. But that was because I saw, the first day, I didn't do well. But I noticed where they were taking the machines from. Machines are, they're not hidden machines. You can know the machine, but enter, let's see now. It's a different thing. So what I did was, I had to focus my energy on the machines before they gave us. These machines, I'm not saying about only my 20 years. People around the world are hackers, try the same machine. As at then, it was only 4, that people that have done that for in the world were not up to 20 people. So I did everything up to that place. Spent a lot of energy on it. So, of course, I was praying, but there was a place of hard work where I spent a lot of time. If I had stopped, I'm doing this, I'm not making progress, I'm going to just, fail out. So impatience is a big problem. You have to take your time to build. And today it's helping me because even among the best, they see me as the best. I've worked in different sectors, but they always see me as the best. They always call me the best. When I wanted to leave Zenith Bank, for example, the executive director of Zenith Bank called me to his office for a long time, trying to plead that I should not leave Zenith Bank, that I should stay. I'm sure many people here will be dancing. He asked me, do you want money? So people, it's not about when you have value, people at the top. I'm sure many people here cannot see the ED of Zenith Bank. They can't see him. But he called me and said, not because I want to brag, I'm trying to make us understand that when you spend time to build value, you will be useful. You don't have to, you don't need, I didn't have connection when I started, zero connection. But today I don't beg for a job. People want me to work for them, and they call plenty money. I'm telling you, plenty money. So, I'm telling you, plenty money. Yeah. So, but if you take your time to build this skill I'm trying to paint out, if you show interest, in a year time I will handhold you. I don't want more than 10 people. I will handhold the person. If you are not serious, I will just push you one corner. I want people that are serious so that we can spend time. I've helped people outside our church. They are working today in and out of the country. I mean, they are working. One of my students is hacking only cars, IoTs, in Czech Republic today. She's actually my student. A lot of people have taught, and they are doing well because they wanted to learn. So if you want to learn, after this talk, you can come meet me. No more than 10 people, please. So, but I can bet you it's not an easy, it's difficult, so let me not lie to you. It's not an easy field. I like hard things. I know the money is in hard things. If everybody here know how to build sites, you can build, AI can build sites for you within a week or a day. So I like hard things. That's why if you are coming to join me, just know you must learn hard things. I'm not saying it's easy, it's hard. But for me, hard things is what I enjoy doing. So if you want to do hard things, to come. Okay? So the next thing, people avoid hands-on practice. You started watching videos on YouTube, just watching and no practice. This one is not law or anything. It is hands-on. You have to get your hand dirty. I told you that when I started, we do from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. compulsory. You must hack 5 machines. You must. Else you fail. When I even got in, they gave me access to, the company paid for 30 days for me to hack 25 machines. After I'm already in. I did 50. Because I had all the time in the world, so I did 50. We have time, my people, we have time. Me, I don't have my phone, Instagram and the likes. I don't have it. It's not because I'm a boring person, no, because I need to make plenty money. So I use my time currently now I'm building a system that will make me a lot of money. And I've been building it for a long time. I mean, spending time, my hacking team basically, I press a submit button and it does the hacking for me. I'm building it myself. You see, so there's opportunities in this field, honestly, but you have to put in the hard work. So hard work is getting your hand very dirty. Find something, I want to hack a phone. Get into that phone. I want to defend something. Your hand must get dirty, else don't waste your time, you won't do well. The next thing is, when you've not really gotten depth and you want to now become a master in one field, I mentioned they have 5 domains. You can't just say, I want to be a hacker. You have to start from the basic. Understand cyber security. Understand it first. Then spend time on the domains. You cannot choose one domain. Else, it will not be useful. Me being a hacker, I can still do any of the other 4 domains, except the governance part, which I am bad at. So the last reason why people fail, they don't have clear direction. We're in a time when there's a lot of knowledge. People on social media want to teach. A beginner want to teach, You go on YouTube, over 1,000 people teaching tech, cybersecurity, tech, everybody. And if you watch it, it's just basic thing they are teaching. And you get lost. That is why you need someone to handhold you. If I had someone back then that could handhold me, I'd have gotten to where I am now, probably faster. I didn't have someone to handhold me. So I did the hard part. Watched a lot of videos on YouTube, Udemy. I did a lot of courses, a lot. And I missed my way multiple times. So that's why I'm saying it's easy to miss direction if you are just learning everything you find online. You don't have to use the online things. The idea is you start from the basic things, YouTube, get knowledge, and then go into other things. Learning tech things is expensive. It's money. It's money, honestly. You can't learn if you don't have money. You can only learn basic, unless someone is holding your hand. Let's move on to how to succeed. Just move on. So how to succeed. You move on a bit. Yes. Okay. So succeeding, these are theories. People that will meet me later, I will guide them on this whole thing that's written down there. The first thing, like I said, is to master the fundamentals. The 5 fields have one fundamental,